Shalom, shalom, shalom. All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rekakadash. Double honors goes to the elders and apostles of GMS. Salutations to the hopeful elect. This is a Rabbiah coming at you from the Chicago camp with a quick lesson. I titled this lesson, Lab Grown Things. So I got this video that was talking about some of the stuff that they do in the lab, and I thought it was interesting. So before I play this video, I want to go to a quick scripture. I want to go to Job chapter 9, verse 24. It says, the earth is given unto the hands of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? Well, we know that the people in power now are the so-called white man. He's the wicked of the earth. He's the one that's doing all of this wickedness with the food, with the air, with the water. You know, he's a part of it. You know, he's the land. He's cutting down the trees, and you know, he's the wicked of the earth. You know, this video is for teaching purposes only. I'm getting none from it. Fair use, fair use. This is just for teaching purposes only. You know, so the people that are in power now are destroying the earth. You know, I'm going to go to one other scripture. I'm going to go to Psalms chapter 82. Verse 5. It says, they know not, neither will they understand. They walk on in darkness. All the foundations of the earth are out of course. So everything that would be normal, you know, you would get milk from a cow, you would get your meat from an animal, is now done in, all this is done in a lab now. And the people that have the God complex is in control of everything. And that's the way he wants it. He wants to be the most high. You know, so that's what you see going on. And the Lord's going to destroy him for it. You know, it's just that simple. You know, he's not going to be able to complete his enterprise. So anyway, let me go ahead and play this video. Check this out.
Hitting shelves this year. Here's everything you need to know. Companies like Coca-Cola, Israel, and Danone are investing heavily. The milk is grown in a lab without the cow by scraping cells off the tissues of a live animal. Researchers immortalize the cells by adding a gene from a monkey virus called SV40, so they divide endlessly inside a bioreactor and are artificially signaled into lactating. Wilk, an Israeli biotech company, has received millions in funding and a U.S. patent for cell-based milk production, including breast milk. So I scanned this milk with the Reveal It app and thankfully avoided acysulfame potassium and carrageenan. Unbelievable. Honestly, you'd be shocked at what these companies are putting into our food without us even realizing it. Lab-grown milk is hitting shelves this year.
Wow. You know, this man is the devil. You know, this man, you know, when I talk about this, I'm talking about Esau. He's got to go. You know, let's go to a quick scripture. Let's go to Isaiah 24, verse 4. It says, the earth mourneth and fade away. The world languish and fadeth away. The haughty people of the earth do languish. This is the point, verse 5. It says, the earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, they have changed the ordinance, and they have broken the everlasting covenant. You know, that's Esau. You know, no longer do we have a regular process the way God meant for us to get our food. This devil is coming in and he wants to take full control of everything. You know, he wants to take control. The ultimate goal, that's in Revelations 13, 16 through 18, is to take control of the people's mind and their thoughts. But this is the preliminary. This is the beginning of it. You know, through his technology, it's messed this man's mind up. He really does want to be God. Let's get that. Let's go to Isaiah chapter 47, verse 10. It says, for thou hast trusted in thy wickedness. Thou hast said, none seeth me. Thy wisdom and thy knowledge, it has perverted thee. And thou hast said in thy heart, I am, and none else besides me. That's his spirit. He doesn't care about if the chemicals that he put in his food causes the people to get sick. He don't care about any of that. All they care about is that everyone has to come to him. And when I'm talking about him, I'm talking about Esau. He wants to be in control and in power of everything. And that's where this is going. You know, and when you look at the history, when I'm talking about the history, I'm talking about of this country, Babylon, aka America. You know, well, you know, you don't even have to look at the history. If you look at the events that's happening now with Venezuela, you know, use that as an example. You know, the man just come in and just take natural resources. You know, just let's get that. Let's go to where am I going? Let's go to John chapter 10, verse 10. It says, the thief come up not but to steal, to kill, and to destroy. I come that you might have life and that you might have it more abundantly. So that's exactly what they did in Israel. They came and they just killed up a bunch of people and took their technology. Took their oil, you know? And that's just what he does, you know? That's what his plan is, what was for Iran, but it's not working out for him. You know, a lot of what's happening now in this age right here, we have the internet, and you're able to find out a lot more information a lot quicker than it used to be, where we had to go through the library, through books. So what this devil is doing, you're able to find out. What they do in their private chambers is coming out. It's coming to the forefront because they can't hide it anymore. Let's get that. Let's go to Isaiah 29, verse 15. It says, woe unto them that seek deep to hide their counsel from the Lord. Their works are in the dark. And they say, who seeth us? Who knoweth us? So what they used to do in the dark and they used to hide from it, it's now coming to the forefront. People are getting to see who the devil of the earth is. You know, who's causing all the confusion in the earth. Who's the enemy of the earth? And what does the Bible say about our enemies? Let's go to that. Let's go to 2 Ezra chapter 12. Is that right? No, that's not right. Let's go to Sirach chapter 12, verse 10. It says, never trust thy enemy, for as iron rusteth, so does their wickedness. So over a period of time, iron rust. Well, over a period of time, you get to see these people for who they really are. They show that they are the wicked. All you got to do is you deal with them, and over a period of time, they're going to show exactly who they are. I want to give all praises and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rekakadash. Double honors goes to the elders and apostles of GMS. Salutations to the hopeful elect. Shalom to next time, Lord willing. Shalom.